Hey, beautiful yogis. Welcome to Kirsten Nielsen Yoga. This is a morning flow, especially for beginners today. So you won't need any props for this practice, just simply yourself and a yoga mat. And those of you who do like to practice with music, I have included a link on the description below to a playlist that would suit this practice. Also, those who want to donate to the channel to help support me, I have also included a link in the description below for you. So let's get started. All right, so we'll start in child's pose, bringing the big toes to touch. Knees as wide as you like. For me, I'm going to bring them as wide as the mat. Sit bones towards the heels. Now, if there's anything going on with your knees and you need to bring the hips a little higher, maybe bring a blanket underneath the knees just so there's less flexion at the knees, you can do that as well. But working the sit bones towards the heels as you walk the fingertips forwards, forehead down to the mat. And as you reach your fingertips forwards, we're thinking about finding length through both sides of the waist. Take a big breath into the back body. Long breath out. Then walking the hands over towards the right side of the mat, pressing down into the left sit bone, so moving the left sit bone towards the left heel. Big breath into the left lung. Long out breath. And again, inhale, smooth exhale. Then walking the hands back in, bring the hands over towards the left side, pressing down into the right sit bone, so right sit bone towards the heel. Big breath into the right lung. Long breath out. And again, smooth in breath. Long out breath. Walking the fingertips back in, and then walking the hands back underneath the shoulders as you press down to the fingertips, peel yourself up. And then shifting the weight forwards, hands come down onto the mat, taking tabletop, so knees underneath the hips, shoulders on top of the wrists. Then we'll do a couple rounds of cat and cow. So take a big breath in, send the sit bones back. Imagine like you're dragging your hands towards your feet or towards your knees as you pull the heart forwards. Exhale, round the spine, curl in. And again, two more. Elbows soften, hands drag towards the knees, heart moves through. Exhale, round the spine. Big rounding, big arch in the upper back. And then again, sit bones back, heart forwards, breathe in. This time we'll tuck the toes under. We'll start to hover the knees off the mat as we press the chest towards the thighs. We start to work the gaze back towards the feet. Now for our downward facing dog, I don't want you to go straight legs straight away, especially if you're feeling like the hamstrings are very tight. Keep the knees bent, working the chest towards the thighs, but making sure that the elbows stay soft so you're not fully straightening out through the arms. So the elbows stay soft and the thumbs hug in. So you're still working the biceps and the triceps here in your down dog. Now, if you work to straight legs and you start to feel a rounding in the upper back, then bend the knees again. So we want straight, long spine. Big breath in together. Long breath out. Then come up high onto the balls of the feet. Lower the knees back down to the mat. Walk the hands in towards the knees. Move the sit bones away from the heels, and then we'll take a big step the left foot forwards. Now left hand onto the left thigh. Make sure that the left heel is in line with the knee. Press down into the left foot. We'll sweep the right arm up overhead. Breathe in. Little lean over towards the left on the breath out. Back to center, inhale. Right hand down to the mat, exhale. Send the left arm up towards the sky, breathe in. Turn your chest towards the left a little bit more on the breath out. Send the gaze up towards the left fingertips, take a big inhale. As you bring your left hand down to the mat, heel toe the left foot out wider on the exhale. Stay up onto the fingertips, look forwards, breathing in. Maybe you stay here, maybe you soften the elbows, folding in. Straighten out through the arms, come back up, inhale. Maybe stay or maybe elbows soften as you fall a little deeper, getting even deeper into the hips on the exhale. Come back up, breath in. Heel toe the left foot back into center, press down into the left foot again. Sweep the arms up overhead, this time both arms up. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Pick the right knee off the mat, take an in-breath. Step the right foot, so it's a big step forwards. You might have to do a couple steps. Right foot meets the left at the top of the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need. Press down to the heels, forward fold, long breath out. Hands to shins, take an inhale. Forward fold, long exhale. Press down to the feet, sweep the arms up overhead, bend the knees as much as you need. Lower the right arm down, lean over towards the right. Right arm up, inhale. Lower the left arm down, lean to the left, exhale. Left arm up, breathe in. Bend the knees, hands through prayer, forward fold on the breath out. Hands to shins, big breath in, shift the weight forwards to the toes. Bend the knees as much as you need, plant the hands down, step the left foot back, release the left knee down to the mat, press down to the front heel, sweep both arms up, take a breath in, hands to prayer at the heart, breath out. Now take a moment again, remember that your right knee needs to stay on top of the right heel. Hands stay at the prayer at the heart. We take a big breath in, lift the heart. This time we twist, bringing the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. See if you can send the gaze over the right shoulder as you keep pressing the palms together. Big breath in. Keep moving the left hip back, but twisting from the navel on the breath out. Another inhale. Stay long, exhale. Press down to the front foot, come back to center, both arms up, breathing in. Hands down to the mat, heel toe the right foot out wide. Step the right foot back on the breath out. Come back to your tabletop, plant the palms down. 2 rounds of cat and cow, sit bones back, heart forwards, inhale. Round the spine, chin to chest, curl in, exhale. And again, breathing in. Round, curl in, long breath out. Last one, inhale. Round, curl in, exhale. Now, this time picking the knees off the mat, breathe in, go a little faster. Press the chest towards the thighs, downward facing dog on the breath out. Again, knees bend as much as you need. Press down into the hands even more so the forearms are moving away from the mat. Low belly scoops away from the thighs. Take a big breath in, come up high onto the balls of the feet. Lower the knees back down to the mat, breath out. Walk the hands back towards the knees. Press down into the feet. Now we'll step the right foot forwards, big step. Right hand onto the right thigh. We make sure that the right knee stays in line with the heel. We sweep the left arm up overhead, take a big breath in. Little lean over towards the right on the breath out. Come back to center, reach the left fingertips up, inhale. Left hand down to the mat, exhale. Send the right arm up towards the sky, breathing in. Turn the rib cage a little bit more towards the right on the breath out. Staying up onto the fingertips of the left hand, take another breath in. Right hand comes down as you heel toe the right foot out wide on the breath out. Come up onto the fingertips, look forwards, inhale. Getting a little deeper into the hips, softening the elbows as you fold in, exhale. Come back up, breath in. Fold, breath out. Last one, inhale. Folding in long, exhale. Come back up long in breath. Heel toe the right foot back into center on the out breath. Press down into the right foot, both arms up overhead. Take a big breath in. Hands down to the mat. We pick the left knee off the mat. And again, big step forwards. It might take a couple steps. Stepping the left foot to meet the right. Feet hips distance, knees soft. Hands to shins, flat back, lengthen the spine. Think crown of the head forward and think sit bones back. Exhale, knees as soft as you need, forward fold. And again, hands to shins, big breath in. Forward fold, long breath out. Soften the knees, press into the heels, come all the way up to standing. Sweep the arms up overhead, big inhale. Lower the left arm down and lean to the left, long exhale. Left arm up, breathing in. Right arm lowers down and lean to the right, long breath out. Right arm up, inhale. Knees bend, hands through prayer, forward fold, exhale. Hands to shins, halfway lift, breathing in. Planting the hands down, we'll step the right foot back. Release the right knee down to the mat on the breath out. Again, left knee wants to be in line with the heel. Press down into the front heel, sweep the arms up overhead, take an inhale. Hands through prayer as you exhale. Press down to the front foot even more. Scoop the belly in as you lift the heart up. Twist over towards the left. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Palms pressed together. Keep moving that right hip back as you turn and move from the navel center. Maybe sending the gaze over the left shoulder. Big in breath in. Stay long breath out. One more in breath. Smooth out breath. Press down to the front foot. Sweep the arms up overhead. Breathe in. Hands down to the mat on the breath out. Heel toe the left foot out wide. Stepping the left foot back. Then moving the hands back towards the knees. Lower the hips down to one side. Send the legs forwards towards the front of the room. Opening the legs out wide. They can go as wide as you like. If you're feeling a little tight in the hips today, the legs might go a little closer in, but make sure that you're turning the toes so they're pointing straight up, not turned in, all right? So we want a little bit more of external rotation in the hips. If it feels like your pelvis is really tilting you back and you're kind of sitting like this, then take a blanket or a towel, wrap it up and bring it underneath the sit bones to help tilt your pelvis a little bit more forwards. So press into the balls, press into the heels. Take a big breath in, heart lifts. Stay, long breath out. Walking the right fingertips out towards the right. Bring the left arm overhead, inhale. Either stay here or soften the right elbow as you gently lean to the right on the exhale. It's just really subtle. Big breath in. Stay, long breath out. Press down to the right sit bone, come back up, breathing in. Lower the left fingertips down, little lean over towards the left elbow softens. Then sweeping the right arm up overhead, breathing in. Even more of a lean over, maybe to the left on the breath out. Smooth in breath. Long out breath. Press down to the left sit bone, come back up, inhale. Bring the hands behind you, draw the knees in towards one another as you exhale. Wrapping the forearms around the shins, squeeze in, little rocks from side to side. And then extending the legs forwards. Hinging from the hips, again, you can have the blanket underneath the sit bones. Knees as bent as you need. Come up onto the fingertips, take an inhale. Walk the fingertips forwards. Keep the knees bent so that you're still lengthening from the low back. So you still find that length as you move the sit bones back. So it's almost like you're tilting your hips back. Belly still away from the thighs, breathing in. Maybe the elbows soften as you fold in on the breath out, toes pointing up. So just getting a little bit more into the low back and the hamstrings. Big breath in. Maybe the elbows soften even more, long breath out. Coming up, looking forwards, inhale. Walking the hands back in as you exhale. Bend the knees, plant the feet down. Now here you can choose to come down to lie down on your back. You can do last couple of adjustments, so maybe some twists, maybe hugging the knees to the chest and rocking from side to side, or you can choose your meditation seat. I'll take my meditation seat. So taking about 3 to 4 minutes in stillness, or those last couple of movements, before you start your day. So you're feeling very open and hopefully calm before you start your day. So those who have moved to meditation, start to close the eyes as you lengthen from the heart, lift from the heart. Keep pressing down into the sit bones. Those lying down on your back, you can start to release into Shavasana. So if you take those last couple of poses, now start to find your stillness in Shavasana, feet as wide as the mat, arms alongside the body. Big breath in. Long breath out. Big breath in together. And just letting something go on the out breath. So what is it that you need to let go of before you start your day fresh? You can stay in stillness for as long as you need. Thank you for practicing with me today, yogis. Namaste.